Canto 4. Birth of Faith. Man sits and shivers in the golden stream of fresh intelligence. O shiny leaf, his delightful capacity to dream shall to the visionaries pin belief. Speech primitive discusses bird and beast, while the offers votive make prelude to the feast. Enacting ancient vaudeville orchestrates a cooing crew, who place the face of every kill upon a headless statue, as bloody meat roasts on the grill. Around the fire they drew, drumming and chanting in a magic trance, as if them corybantes at the dance. This was the moment marvellous to make a man-made mead, salubrious, luxurious stuff which religions need, the liquor called ambrosia, on which all godheads feed. Italy, 10,000 BC. Mahabharata. From lakes of ash destruction rose the gods. From power comes respect, and with this love, the one thing that connects we anthropods with all the majesties of those above. From litanies to crude cults of the dead, scuttling theologies across our planet spread. Of all these beings contingent, huddled in epicenters on Asia's great subcontinent, rose such marvelled spiritus, called Brahma, born most sentient from a naval lotus. Soon by him, as life's swarming cells divide, his pantheon strode forth and multiplied. Of all the Hindu deities, 'tis Kali we must fear. As Bharatas, vainglorious, in battle disappear, men hear Vyasa's saga sing this new age with a tear. India, 3102 BC. The Sun God. Some colonel, post 47, remaining in the Raj to reap full worth from former glories, a hard-won heaven. One born of stars has lingered long on earth. By holy Nile he mingles with mankind, who, fawning and servile, croon to him, "Sire, be kind." Round Heliopolis night slows, dawning day, an avatar daubed in finery, more fragrant rose than Pharaoh. Watch holy Ra striking an adamantine pose, some gallivanting star, whom every day dispels the dismal dark, from rainbow barge, sky soaring in an ark. He teaches us papyruses how best to harvest wine. Shu Osiris, Tefnut Isis descend from him divine. For each appointed pyramid to dream and dance and dine. Egyptus, 2500 BC. Joa Beta. Knossos sits where European thought has sought a font, for there Minoan mind by pharaonic theology was taught in detail how our deities designed. Egyptian born, Pharia reaches Crete, with Kronos in the corn, their seedtime passion sweet. Siring the peerless Jupiter, him no soul could dare neglect. With a boom he brings us terror, with a kiss he can protect. One of those who live forever, as long as his proud sect pays heed to all the prayer needs of faith, else he would join the shades of faded wraith. O best of gods, thy golden scales our destinies suspend. Lord of the gales, thy hard-flung hails and storm bolts that ye send, roar over us till glorious thy softer swells descend. 1600 BC, Hellas. Chivalry. A love of Rhea's handsome son will spread across the waves to where the Argives dwell, whose banded Titans think of him with dread, and fortify their mountains where they yell, "This is our land, and for it we shall fight. They stood, weapons in hand, a megaron of might. As at them jagged boulders thrown, the firmament was shaking. The sun went dark, the earth did groan, fought lightning, forest raking. Piebald invader blew his horn, merciful's forsaking. He bound them in chains and cast them low. Below the earth, 10 killers on death row. The conqueror takes up his seat and there begins to breed. A task complete, the 12 compete for faith on which they feed. But in all matters Jupiter must ever take the lead. Mount Olympus, 1400 BC. Pantheon. Above the puny jarrings of the world, Olympus of innumerable folds reflects the melting moon, whose peaks all pearled with frozen happiness, with heaven's gold. Urania flings stars above God's heads, frolicking together luxuriant on beds, while Vulcan stokes eternal fire, O constant cooking casket. Venus fills deities' desire and fills them neath her blanket. Now Lord Apollo plucks his lyre, and his muses thank it, to play them songs the seasons sweetly bring, summer, winter, autumn, and the spring. Far, far below that mantled stone, Lord Hades hews his halls, at first alone until the groan of death releases souls, whom to his kingdom lumber as a leaf quite lifeless falls. Hades. Heracles. We mortals are the gods' unwilling toys. They treat us with a fickleness and play with our soft lives, till waking fate employs the true directions of a human day. But some of us these higher lives defy, who, like wild chimeras, gain footholds in the sky. Sailing east with famous Jason on the quest to fetch the fleece, he fought the bird Stymphalion in the tasking's cross all Greece, wrestling the lion Nemean, at last his trials cease. Tall stood upon a cusping further fame, no beast on earth this god-man could not tame. Light lifted him from pointed pyre, one by his own hands made. Before the fire flickered high o'er limbs led and limply laid. Then knighted him, Olympian, imputed to the grade. Divinia. Forbidden fruit. With flash of awe best stories are begun. Upon immortal Mount Olympus dwell the brightest members of that pantheon, which binds all mortal motion to its spell. Our fable falls where Jupiter resides. Through heaven's gleaming halls a golden apple glides. Upon its deep dawn-coloured skin was written, for the finest. 3 goddesses desired the win, much smitten by the contest. Their chatter made a magpie din to find out who was blessed with beauty's art more than the other two. Says Jupiter, I know what you must do. Seek out a pure and mortal youth to cure thy bickering. His choice I sooth, rare voice of truth shall judge this siren spring. Alas, I sense these strange events shall violence to us bring. Olympus.